Good morning, Internet. This is the Old Fat Dad, and welcome back to another beautiful day on the Goober Nation gun range. Today we're going to expand upon a recent test. We were looking at some of the hardest hitting 22LR types of ammo out there. We were doing close range shots though. Some people wanted to see it long range, so that's what we're going to do today. Hardest hitting 22LR rounds at long range. Let's check them out. These are the three types of ammo we're looking at today. We've got the CCI Stingers, CCI Velocitor, and finally the Aguila Supermaximum with the hollow point. These three different types of ammo have proven, I think, to be some of the hardest hitting 22LR rounds out there. I'm sure you guys can think of one that you like that might be hotter or better, but for today and for my testing recently, these three have really shown to be the top contenders. So we're going to set these up with targets at 100 yards and see how they perform. I'm especially interested if the hollow point features on all these perform at 100 yards as well as they do at closer ranges. To test those out, we're going to be using Small Game Simulator, aka Dog Food, Tough Skin, Meaty Interior, and we'll also be shooting the ballistic modeling clay. Now, just so you know, today is over 90 degrees. It's hot. I'm going to be covered in sweat by the end of this video, and the ballistic modeling clay will be a little bit squishier than it is at colder temperatures. So if you're watching a video of mine where we're shooting in the fall or winter, you're going to see much less impressive results than at 90 degrees. I'll also be shooting groups at 100 yards with all three of these types of ammo, just so we can see what kind of performance you can expect at 100 yards. Are they even viable for shooting small game at that distance, or are they going to be so inaccurate that you can't hit anything? Clay is set up at 100 yards. First shot we're going to take is with the good old CCI Stingers, and this hyper velocity ammo is not the most accurate stuff, especially at 100 yards. So I've loaded 5 rounds in case we can't hit it on the first round. Let's see how we do here. 100 yards. Stingers on clay. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, got a a side shot there. It's almost good. I think we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna keep that one. Next up is the Aguila Supermaximum, and this is the hollow point variety. And again, got 5 rounds loaded. Clay is probably about 4 by 4 inches, so we should be able to hit it, but you just never know. So far, good luck with the Stingers, so maybe the Supermaximum will also give us some good luck as well. Here we go, Aguila Supermaximum, 100 yards on clay. Nope. Try again. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. Glancing shot there. I think I know where I'm hitting. Ah! There we go. We got a hit finally on the last shot of the Aguila Supermaximum. And finally, the reigning champion of hypervelocity, in my humble opinion, the CCI Velocitors 100-yard test. Actually has halfway decent accuracy, so I'm hoping this will be an easy shot. 100 yards on clay. Oh no! I tagged it and I sent it flying. Okay, despite our Velocitor taking a little tumble there, I think we got some good results out there. So we're going to go with what we got. Starting with the CCI Stinger, 100 yards on clay. We just caught the very edge. I think it was, it was just like this on the table, and we hit it, and it blew out the side a little bit. It's a decent sized entrance, not too bad. Kind of neat. You can kind of see that rifling inside there where it went through, and then out the back, just a little 22, maybe a little bit bigger than a 22 sized exit. So a good hit for the Stinger. Next up, Supermaximum. Again, towards the edge there, but still I'd say a pretty solid hit. Good entrance and a little bit bigger than a 22 out the back, more like 357, 9mm sized out the back. expansion is not as good, I think, through there as our Stinger was, but it did hit more into the meat as well. And then finally, the Velocitor. So here is the entrance of the Velocitor, and again, it's on the edge. And here's the exit. So again, the Velocitor is just outperforming its competition. Let me see if I can hold these all up at one time. Might be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, here we go. Velocitor, Aguila in the middle, Stinger on the side. This is all the entrances. And here, take a look at these exits. So Stinger, Aguila in the middle, and Velocitor at the end. So I think we can safely say there is quite a bit of difference between the Velocitor and everybody else with our results on clay. But we still have the small game simulator, so let's set those up at 100 and see how that turns out. Oh man, if I thought hitting that clay was hard, this is going to be really interesting, hitting those cans. They are about half the size of the clay, so hopefully we can get some hits. We're going to start out with the Stinger. We're doing CCI Stinger, 100 yards. Let's see if we can pop a can here, starting with the left one. Ugh. Hey, there we go. One can down. CCI Stinger. Let's move on to the Aguila Supermaximum. Okay, got the Aguila Supermaximum loaded up. 100 yards. Took me 5 shots to hit the clay. See how many shots it takes to get the can here. Hopefully we can get it within 5. All right, well, first shot, not too bad. Finally, CCI Velociter on a can of dog food at 100 yards. Wow, okay, so that was the most reactive out of all 3. Let's see what the actual tournament results are. Results of the small game simulator, aka dog food, at 100 yards with our hard hitter, starting with the Stinger. So here is our entrance, just a 22 size entrance, and the exit is bigger than a 22, but nothing crazy. Supermaximum, also a nice little 22 entrance. And I think this is the smallest exit of the 3. It just looks like it kind of slipped through the back there, didn't do much. Finally, the Velocitor. Now, again, we just have a 22 entrance, and our exit shows a little bit of an expansion, but again, nothing super spectacular until you look at the bottom. So, if you notice that Velocitor went hopping much higher than the other ones and flew farther back, it actually bulged out the bottom of this can a whole lot compared to the other 2. Even the Stinger that hit low did not do any kind of bulging like our Velocitor. Now let's look at the backs all together, the exits. Here we go, Stinger here, Supermaximum in the middle, and Velocitor at the end there. Is there a huge difference? I don't think there's a huge difference. But I can tell that the Stinger and the Velocitor were both expanding more than the Supermaximum, and I would say the Velocitor probably did the most damage out of the 3 of them. I think we got a storm rolling in, so I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Here is the 100-yard target for all of our 3 hard hitters, and let's see if we can find. Up here is our Velocitor, looks like a little bit bigger than an inch. And this is the Stingers, which is like 4 inches. And then finally the Aguila Supermaximum, and it is not that great either. 1, 2, 3. Although 4 of the shots of the Supermaximum were pretty close to each other. They'd probably be pretty close to what the Velociter was putting out, except for that one flyer. Finally, I would do some more bullet catching if I could, but I don't think we're going to have time today before we get hit. But let's see if we can see this. This is a recovered bullet at 100 yards from the CCI Velociter. Let's see if we can see that mushroom there. And it mushroomed out really well. What I did is I just put this together, a bunch of my blocks of clay, then shot it, and I caught the bullet, and that's what we were left with. So we are definitely getting expansion with the Velociter, and it's a pretty good expansion. I think that's why we're seeing so much damage. Overall today, I gotta say, I think the Velociter took it once again. Better accuracy, better terminal results. It's really hard